Hi, this is Colin Triplett with Mint Condition Fitness, and I'm happy to be here talking to you about golf fitness today. So we're getting into February here, and in California, that means that we're pretty darn close to golf season, if it's not golf season already. And I just wanted to give you golfers out there a few tips and practical things you can do in the gym to stay strong, stay safe, and really focus on your golf game. What things are going to help you improve out on the course. So 5 key things we talk about in the article. I'm going to give you just a couple ideas for each of them. So the first is rotation. In your golf swing, obviously the more turn you can get, the more power. So first, we got to get you moving, right? So from a flexibility perspective, there's a few things that you can do. One of my favorite that I do is getting into the golf stance. So, here's my position. Hopefully I got all my angles right. But if I'm here, one of the most important things that you see if you've ever been to a coach is that you can't have a rounded spine. That really limits your rotation. You need to be up here. So what I'll do is I'll get right here, and then I'll cave in, and then I'll really try to push the chest out so that I'm now getting that really nice long spine. So I cave in, come out, cave in, come out. And all I'm working on there is getting more mobility in my back, in my upper back, so that when I go for that rotation, I can get all the way around. So once we have the mobility and the ability to move well in our rotation, then I like to do something more power-based. So this is just 8-pound ball. It doesn't have to be heavy, shouldn't be heavy for this type of work. And I'm just going to come over here, and we got a wall I can use. And so what I'm going to do is now both ways, so I'm right-handed, so I'm going to swing this way, but really I want to work both ways because it helps to balance things out. Now I'm just going to rotate and throw into the wall. As you can see, I'm trying to get my hips to turn as my torso turns. So that's very much like the golf swing, right? Your hips and torso come together. So that's rotation. Second piece that we want to talk about is base of support. So even though you're on both feet, in a golf swing, you're going to be loading one side and then coming through the other side. And so you still need good balance, and oftentimes what you'll find is that if you're mishitting shots or you're losing power, it's because you finish, right? And you can't hold the finish, you can't balance. So a couple easy things you can do there. First, just so you can see the feet. First, we want to just go 1 foot right in front of the other. Can you stand like that? And if you can you do it with your eyes closed? So I'm just going to close the eyes. Gets a little bit harder. So I come back, I get it with eyes open, get it with eyes closed. There we go. So now I'm starting to balance it out. My brain's starting to figure out that balance. Again, now that I have that balance, I'm going to use it. So again, I try to do something with a little bit more power. So I might do a single leg jump. So if I'm just standing on one leg, down, up, catch. I'll just do that a few times, trying to really get as much power as I can, and then again, balancing on the way down. Don't do that until you've worked the other one, but that's going to help with the base of support. The third thing that we're going to be looking at is hip strength. So again, as I'm coming through this hip, I need to have a lot of power. Probably the thing I love the best for this is a single leg deadlift, because now we're working hip strength and balance. So, I have my weight, I'm here, I'm going to, that's not the weight. So I'm going to come down, come back up. Come down, come back up. Again, I'm balancing and using the hip. If that is a little bit too advanced for you to start, you can always do a bridge. And so with the bridge, we're going to come down to the floor here. And I'm sure you've seen some of these things before, you've done them before. But basically, I just do a single leg bridge. So I'm laying on the floor, I like pulling this leg up, and then I'm just going to push up, come back down. So now I'm working this right hip again. Now you want to do both sides. You want both hips to be strong, but that's a good starting place, and then you can move up to the single leg deadlift. The fourth thing we talk about is the grip strength. So again, gotta have hands and arms strong enough so that you don't need to really kill the club to hold on to it. You want it to have enough strength that you can be light with it, but still have a good grip. So a couple things I like doing there. One is something I would just call a farmer's carry or a single arm farmer's carry. So with this one, you're going to get a relatively heavy weight. Relative to you. You don't have to go super big weight right away, but something that's going to challenge your grip. You're just going to pick it up, and so this would be a single arm, so I'm just standing here holding it, but my grip and my arm and my shoulder are all really working, and I can just walk. So I'll just, take a few steps this way, take a few steps this way. Obviously, if you have more space, you can go further, but that's a really good way to just, nice, pure, clean grip strength. Once you do that, then you can do some more advanced things. So if we come over to the pull-up bar here, two things you can do on a pull-up bar. One is just a hold or hang. So again, now I'm working that grip strength. I have to hold my whole body weight, and then eventually we can work up towards doing, our pull-ups, and now you're doing grip and arm and shoulder and all that, getting it all working. So those can be really good progression for the grip. So the last thing is training for strength and not size. Because as a golfer, you don't want to be huge. Not that if you're big, you can't get flexible, but in general, when you're starting to put on a bunch of mass, it's hard to also stay mobile. And so gaining strength, what I like to do is less reps, more weight. So again, we have our larger weight. Again, this is relative to you, but I might do something like a deadlift. So hips back, stand up, put it back down. I might do a weight that I can only do maybe 5 times, but I'm really I'm working those muscles to build really high levels of strength. So that because a golf swing, right, it's a single motion. We don't need to be able to do a bunch of reps, hopefully, right? If you're spraying it all over the place, you might have to do a few more reps, but in a single moment, I need to produce a lot of power and force in that one motion. So I don't need a lot of reps to train for that. So the deadlift's a good one. Another one that I might do is a squat. So if I'm just here, down, up. Both are really great lower body. What I like about the squat is that you're also a lot of core work. They both work core, but you can see when you're holding the weight right there, you really got to dial everything in. So those are kind of my about 5 big things for golfers. You're staying flexible, you're working the right areas to get strong, and if you put all those together, you go out on the course, you're really going to get some good distance. You're going to feel good about your game. So hope that helped. Hope you enjoyed the article, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.